So here we are with map 3. This one is, I think, slightly easier than map 2, but more difficult than map 1. And it starts off quite tight in these little tunnels, so if you might remember at the end of map 2 we dropped down into that big mud pit, and we're now sort of in the bowels of whatever this place is that we are. And we just start off with some Mancubi, some Hell Knights, and we're just going to shotgun these down. You can rush forward for the double shotgun, but I think that's a bit too risky, so we'll play it safe here. And then I'm okay, 100 is fine. Now we go around here, here's the super shotgun, but it unloads 2 arch vials, which teleport away, as you can see. So we want to deal with them, not get zapped, and that was a really big Hell Knight hit. That couldn't possibly have taken me down from 100 health to 57, that's mathematically impossible, isn't it? I thought 64 was a high roll for a Hell Knight, minus a third for the armor. I must have been hit twice, maybe. Oh well. Onwards to the next section. We get a backpack, which is booby-trapped. Just some hit scanners and some low-level enemies. Chain gun them down. Not a problem. Oh, and a pain elemental. I forgot about him. I do enjoy the sense of panic that you get when a pain elemental or an archvile comes in, because you just know, like, I need to deal with this thing now, otherwise it's just going to get worse and worse. I think that there's very few games or enemies that kind of invoke that sense of panic when you see them, that you really need to deal with it now. And obviously you know that ammo is tight in a Rubik's level like this, so it makes it all the more pressured. Adds a bit of spice to the fights. Now, these guys just teleported in, they haven't been resurrected. I wasn't quite sure if an archvile had teleported in, but it hasn't. So we can do that. There's a secret here, very obscure, but it is here. You can go up, get some cells, which is very useful, and some stim packs if you need them, which I did. And now I'm just thinking, should I grab this soul sphere? I think I will grab the soul sphere, because I do get another one before the next sort of tricky fight. Here, best thing to do is just to poke your head out, wake up the Arachnotron, see if you can get some infighting. That's certainly the optimal strategy, but if not, you can just shotgun them down. Ammo is tight, but it's not too tight in this level. And don't run too far forward around that corner, because you will wake up this chap. Yeah, I was showing you what not to do, so you won't do it. That's the reason. There's also some chain gunners in the back corner you want to be careful of. There they are. 1, 2, 3. And now we can... What am I going to do next? I'm in here, am I going to go do the fight, TM? I'm going to come up here, because there's some more enemies and some more goodies, including that Mega Armor, which I really want for the fight, TM. So the fight, TM, is a long corridor, and it has some cyber demons, or a cyber demon at one end, sort of in a cage, and revenants at the other end in a cage, and barons in the middle. In fact, now I'm describing it out loud, it sounds an awful lot like the final fight of map 2 on Fractured Worlds. But obviously this came out, what, like 8 years before Fractured Worlds? And that's way more deadly than this anyway. This isn't too bad. But here's one cyber demon. We want him to shoot We won't shoot ourselves because the Revenants are facing the other way, thankfully. And now you can see the stream of Revenant rockets coming in. They're going to kill the Cyber Demon. I'm going to get behind him, push the button to unlock the next wave. And now the idea is to just survive. Yeah, this, upon reflection, this does give me big bowling alley flashback vibes from Map 2 of Fractured Worlds. Except, as I say, this is far more manageable. I mean, for one, there's only one Cyber Demon as opposed to, what, 9 in that fight? Yeah, if you haven't played it, I would definitely recommend... Excuse me, I was monologuing. You're shooting me. Yeah, I would definitely recommend going and playing Fractured Worlds. I did a playthrough on Hurt Me Plenty, and it was fucking hard. But this fight is going well so far. You definitely want the 200-200 for this because it just gives you that bit of buffer if you get hit with a couple of 80 damage missiles or a rocket when he's targeting someone else and then suddenly targets you. I still haven't fired a shot. And I do only have 7 rockets and 40 cells, so I can't really afford to. But I do need to get behind those Revenants. Thankfully, he's now targeting the Revenants again. More of them have woken up. And yet he's still shooting me. I feel like his time is nearly over. Yeah, there we go. So I've got 11 rockets now. That should be enough to do what needs to be done. Now I can just go in circles. I can dive into the alcoves if I need to get rid of these missiles, but I'm okay for the moment just doing my circles. And they're gone. And there we go. I think that's probably the hardest fight of the level. There is a secret you can get if you click on this, which spawns sort of part 2 of the fight. A bunch of pain elementals and some revenants, some more revenants. Kind of tricky. I suggest doing it now whilst you're only 7 minutes into the level, because it's only a berserk pack and a couple of health bonuses. Obviously, you need it for all the secrets and all the items, so it has to get done at some point. The majority of the enemies in this fight, in this level, are actually in the final fight, which is like this big arena where enemies kind of come in all sides, teleport in the middle. There's some cover, there's lots of ammo. It's not too bad. I do think that this is the most difficult fight in the level, so it's good to get that done early. Now there's a couple of ambushes in this little area. Including an archvile somewhere. Do I want to come up here? Yes, I want the bullets. Now where's the archvile? There he is. So I suggest getting out, using this bottleneck. You can use rockets if you want, or just sort of keep the archvile. Keep him in there. Don't let him come out into the water. Don't let him come out into the water. Yeah, once again I'm showing you what not to do, so that you don't have to make the same mistakes. Now we get these health bonuses. I left some in here, didn't I? Yes. Gotta get those items. And the shotguns, and then I think there's one more little room with some revenants. This room here, and a pain elemental, I believe. There he is, and there he is, and there he is. All the gang is here. Oh, that was a big hit. and deny the spawns on the Pain Elemental. Okay, now we can move on. There's another Archvile and a Baron right behind him. I don't think I woke the Baron up, did I? Oh, I did. Maybe he was already awake. And there's a suspicious box. Ooh, revenants were inside the suspicious box. And just killed the Mancubus. And his friend. Mancubus 2. Wait, no. Mancubus A and Mancubus 2. 1. A and 1. That way you don't show favourites. And that Revenant not waking up was kind of handy because that meant that those imps didn't wake up. Now the final fight is through there, but we're not quite ready for that yet. We're missing a plasma gun, we're missing other things, and finally some more armor. And there's a secret area there, that's where we're going to head to next once we've cleared this area out. I like to just jump down and rocket everything because that's a bit safer. Although we are only 11 minutes in, so if you wanted to do cool stuff, you probably still could take risks at this point. Like I said, if you can get past that fight in the hallway, I think you've pretty much done the hard part on this level. The final fight, whilst big and sort of spectacular, is pretty straightforward because you can just run around circles and everything. And one more Baron. And there is a secret up here. The central pillar lowers to be a teleporter. And it took me a long time to figure this out, but you can see there's a secret switch there, which I just shot. And that brings you to this little arena. Now what I like to do is focus on the imps, fire off some rockets. Not all of your rockets, mind you. And then the Revenants, and then the Hell Knights. And yes, they do teleport back in. Well, replacement ones teleport in. And then the wall lowers, and you get some more Revenants. Am I going to take a hit? Am I going to take a hit? Nope. Don't worry too much about your plasma, because there is some secret cells here, but at the same time, it's helpful if you can carry some over. Now I've carried 16, which is just rubbish. If you can get more, that's obviously good. I probably could have switched to the shotgun a little earlier in that fight just to finish off the Revenants, but yeah. Now one thing you probably won't have seen because I moved around a lot is that along the back wall there are health bonuses. No, I think they're all armor bonuses and there's one health bonus, and where that health bonus is you click and that's where that secret energy cell pack was. So it's quite obvious because of the single health bonus, but otherwise, yeah, you can miss that one quite easily. And now for this. Pretty much self-explanatory, isn't it? It's a whole bunch of Revenants and 2 Archviles. You want to move around them. This is what you want to save the Soul Sphere for, because this can go wrong. But there's some good levels of cover. And you can herd them pretty successfully in the middle. And there is a part 2 to this fight. Once you press the button. Ouch. Some health. Some imps teleport in. Hell Knights and... what else? I can't remember. Oh yes, and Crushers. which is pretty cool. It's pretty useful. So let them all teleport in, draw them out, use this little space, and then you just want to get around them and start circle strafing. If you can hoard them, is that the right word? Hoard them? If you can get them all sort of in the middle, herd them, that's what I was trying to say. If you can herd them into the middle, then you can crush them, which saves a bit of ammo. Again, not that ammo is super tight, like I do have 68 shells and I'm going into the final area. But I'm glad I was able to save that plasma. Those 16 cells really made the difference, didn't they? Anyway, we now have the yellow key, we have all the secrets. There are 3 items left, which I think are all soul spheres and megaspheres in the final area. And we're good to go for the final fight. Which is, yeah, basically just 200 enemies in a big arena. So let's stock up on health and ammo. It comes in waves. I can't remember which wave is first. Imps, is it? Or Arachnotrons? It's Imps first. Imps and Revenants. So you kind of just want to be able to sort of move around. I mean, circle strafing is the strategy here. The way you win this is by circle strafing. So you have to be cognizant of where you're pulling enemies. And using the plasma, which I currently have no cells for, but you do get some, to be able to sort of push your way through when you need to. But otherwise, once the Revenants and Imps are in, and you've sort of pulled them and made some space, you should be okay for a little while until the Arachnotrons start coming in, because they take up quite a lot of space. So you want to keep moving in a circle. Oh no, it's Hell Knights next. Yeah, so this is a bit tricky because the walls come down and the Hell Knights come in. So it's useful if you can sort of just stay in an area like this. So you're pulling all the Hell Knights out and then you're going to try and get around them. And this is where if you had the plasma it would be helpful. And I just dipped in there, got some cells. And again, I'm just trying to draw them all out of the sides so that I can then get around them. I'm not really that bothered about killing them at this stage. A whole bunch of cyber demons teleports in at the end anyway, so that will help you with your cleanup. Now we're on to the Arachnotrons. So, oops, I gotta change direction because they're starting to take away my space. I think I do want this Soul Sphere, and I want the Mega Armor too. So yeah, 2 Soul Spheres and 2 Mega Armors, and obviously the Mega Sphere that you got when you came in. There's a lot of power-ups in this. I think a more modern day Rubix would probably just give you the Mega Sphere in the middle. And Insane Gazebo would like give you a stim pack or something. But yeah, you can see once you get the rhythm down, once you've got them all in the middle, this is okay. The risk here is in sort of getting trapped around the corner, and that's where if you can bring plasma into this fight, that's what will help you. That's what will really give you that safety net to help. And there are some cells in the middle, and I am trying to duck in to see if I can grab them. I can't see them. I've got 20. There's like 80 cells in there somewhere in total. There's 40. I got 40 now. There's another one. And where's the third one? There it is, look. I can't get that just yet. Let's just get stocked up. Get one of these Mega Armors. I'm going to pull the Hell Knights away a little bit so that I can go in and get those cells. Get some rockets. Where are those cells? There they are. And I'm not going to get that third one, the last one at least, without pulling them in the other direction. So we'll pull them this way a little bit. I'm going to go in, I'm going to push the button. Did I push the button? No, I missed it. Push the button. Now this sort of kicks off the last section, which is Pain Elementals and 2 Cyber Demons. So same strategy as before, you want to be running around the edges. Don't worry too much about the sheer volume of lost souls that are coming in. They will slowly kill themselves and get hit by rockets. So yeah, it's a lot of pain elementals, but just keep moving around. I guess this is easier on Gzdoom because you can go underneath them. But I'm not really doing that. Like, there aren't really that many around the edges, are there? And you can see I'm just slowly chipping away at this pain elementals, just reducing their numbers one by one. There's one. And I'm completely ignoring the Cyber Demons and the Pain Elementals, and the Hell Knights. In fact, I don't even think there are any Hell Knights left. No, there are some. There's a few. Instead, just focus purely on the Pain Elementals. And I'm running a little low on shells, which is worrying. I do have some bullets, and I've got rockets, which aren't really the best choice against Lost Souls. Okay, I don't think there were that many Pain Elementals left. In fact, I don't see any left anymore. So I guess we're going to kill the Cyber Demons now. Here's a strategy for the brave amongst you, using the rocket launcher against the Lost Souls. I mean, there aren't that many left, really. How many enemies do I have left? 32? $20, 19. Just don't get caught in the crossfire. And there are actually some cell packs that I've forgotten about right at the end, which you could go grab to help with this little bit of cleanup. But the Cyber Demons are pretty weak, and there's one's dead already. Last enemy. Ooh, that was risky. One Hyrule rocket could kill me from 130, 131. But it didn't. With a Soul Sphere to spare, we grab that. There's the cell packs I missed. Might as well get the Mega Armor, just for lols. And there we go. That is map 3, all done and dusted. And that's your way back if you need it. So yeah, a nice map. Good challenge. Some good fights in there. Really like the corridor fight. I like the final fight as well. Looking very much forward to map 4. So see you in the next one.